¿Qué pasa? Bienvenidos a la revolución.
Wow, dude.
Episode 159 of the Narcissistic Music Disorder.
What's up, bilingual Scott?
I said, what's up? Welcome to the revolution.
Ooh, ooh, are we the revolution?
The music revolution.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
the
don't have,
best. That's the best thing during shitty times is music, man.
I would think so. I would think that it can do something. I don't know exactly what, but it's got to be better than nothing, right?
It's got amazing power.
And I mean, it's a weird time. So I think that today's topic is timely and something worth talking about and maybe just seeing what it means to today, like to today's artists and today's music. So, what's our topic today?
Protest songs.
What's the what's the first thing that pops in your head when you hear protest songs?
War,
Yeah, and what era do you think of?
World War II, Vietnam.
Oh, really? See, my protest songs, I always think of the Vietnam era. That's when it
Okay.
seemed to be at its peak. You know, that's when we first. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of the first time that um I don't know that artists were starting to, because before that, right? You like even pre Beatles, right? Pre Beatles, we'll say there wasn't anybody really talking about a whole lot. I mean, you had Woody Guthrie and
Yep.
Jimmy Rogers to some degree, and Pete Seeger, and there was, but that was all for folk music, right?
Yeah.
Folk music was supposed to be a tackle those things, but like popular music didn't at the,
No,
you
not as
didn't hear a lot
much.
of that. Yeah. So, yeah, you could certainly go. There's tons of protest music and, um, you know, public domain stuff that, has been out. I think one of mine might even be a public domain song.
There's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about before we get into our show
Oh,
today.
what is this? Like I got called into the office right here in front of
No,
everybody?
no, I just
Okay.
I had a couple questions. The because you're a priest guy.
I love Judas Priest. Yes.
When I don't remember what this was on, but you remember they had something about a couple of kids or one kid on a
Yes,
playground like it killed themselves.
they did.
Two
Well,
of them.
one died, one lived.
Okay.
It was a suicide pact. The two boys went to the playground. They, had the suicide pact. One of them literally shot his face off and
Oh,
lived, and his buddy
oh, he lived.
died. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He lived. He was in court with his post shotgun face.
Yeah. Oh, shotgun. God.
And then so the whole catch of that thing was like at
They're
that
trying to
time,
blame a certain song, right?
yeah, better by you, better than me by Priest. I think it's on Stained Class,
That's a
and
cover.
they said it was supposed to be like yeah, that it was supposed to be saying do it, do
Oh,
it, do
because
it.
I mean, in the do they? That's a cover, right?
I,
I
is
think
it?
it's a Spooky Tooth song.
Could be,
I'm
could
pretty
be
sure
that.
it is.
Yeah, but they ended up in, and it was because not of the song. It was that supposedly they had put backwards messages in
Oh God, yeah.
saying do it and all of this. So they're in court. Rob
Do
Halford,
what?
and the famous kind of scene is Halford sitting in the, in the witness box
Yeah,
singing, and he's going, better by you, better than me. And then they're going, well, what's that technique? And he's talking about the breath and how
yeah.
he sings. And I mean, ultimately, about that time, you had also the Suicide Solution trial came around for Ozzy.
Yep.
I don't know, it was a big thing backwards, supposedly. And I never understood, even as a kid, like, why would you put messages in your songs for your fans to kill themselves? Then how do you just hope they buy that one record, or,
Yeah.
right? Like, you would want them around for the long haul. You're trying to build fans.
Yeah.
If they're killing themselves every album, you're never going to get a fan base.
Exactly.
So yes, the Priest trial was great. I can see them. I can see like KK Downing, the classic, him in the silver shiny suit. They're all suited up. Halford's very, they're English, so they're
Yeah.
well spoken, and polite. Um, it was pretty ludicrous. It was,
Love the
you know,
Brits.
it was, but, and this is another non-topic for today, but well, actually, it is a topic for today. But that was like a real thing, dude.
Yeah.
It was really concerning that somehow we were going to lose music.
That was when your dumb robot song came in.
Well, I would encourage you to do your music research and know what a great
Oh, I know
song
what it's
sounds like.
about.
Well, then I feel like you're not appreciating it, but that's okay. You know what? There's that we have Renegade for people like you. You can listen to that song. Maybe
Anything Tommy Shaw is good.
you
Dennis
might
DeYoung
want Too
is.
Much Time on My Hands.
I don't want the
Maybe
guy that looks like he works with my dad singing to
he
me
didn't
about
used to
robots.
fucking look like that. He didn't look like that in the '70s. He had long hair. He was, oh man, I don't, I can't even
I
get
just
into this.
can't do the Dennis DeYoung voice. I don't know. Tommy Shaw is more rock and more badass, and I just don't let it end. I can't do it, man.
Oh, that's a great song. It's a great song. All
Can't
right,
do it.
I'm done with you on that topic. You and
One
your
other
ilk.
thing that was a couple other things were bothering me. Why does Cheap Trick have two self-titled albums?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they might even have more than that, but I don't know. I don't know why that. Maybe they're just like can't think of anything, or I don't know. That's a great question.
And as a music buyer, I wouldn't say but when people say I'm a music collector, that pisses me off. It bothers me because when you see, like when you worked at BIM, did you ever see guys that come in and would buy two, one to
Oh yeah.
open? And
Yep.
see,
Yep.
that's ridiculous to me. You're
Yep.
taking one of those copies from somebody else that could be enjoying that because you think you're going to make some money off it. It's fucking music, man. It's not to make money off from, to save these vinyls and,
Oh, did you say
I
vinyls?
just said vinyls to save this. I mean, I meant multiple at the time, but just to unopen a vinyl is just, I have one that's a Beatles. I can't remember, Beatles for Sale,
Okay,
unopened,
yep.
that a friend gifted me. So I can't open that. He framed it and everything and gave it to me. So I can't open that. But
Well, you don't even like the Beatles that much anyhow, do you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay. You are a Beatle guy.
I have 4 on vinyl. I have
I thought you weren't a
with the
Beatle guy for
Beatles.
some reason.
I have Rubber Soul.
Yeah, that's a great album.
The one after that. What's the one after that? Rubber Soul,
Revolver.
Revolver, and I have Abbey Road.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
I had the White Album that was from my aunt, but it was so ragged that I couldn't even keep it.
Couldn't listen to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's bad. But yeah, I just the audiophile nerds, those guys, which I'm one of, you're one of, but
I am to some degree, I guess.
Some of these guys are ridiculous. Like, oh, the colored vinyl doesn't sound. Shut the fuck up. It's music. It's meant to. You're looking too far into this shit. Just listen to it and enjoy it. I don't understand collecting and.
Well, it was the same thing with your toys as a kid, right? When you're like, hey man,
I played with my Star Wars toys,
so
and I shot them with BB guns. I didn't.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I wasn't looking at like, what's this going to be worth someday?
Well, and I'm not a great. I don't collect very much. I do collect guitars, but I don't.
But you play them.
I do play them. I don't. There's nothing that doesn't get played.
It's not sitting there. That's ridiculous.
Nope. There's nothing that doesn't get played, and there's nothing that I would be afraid to play. Like a couple things I don't take out as much.
Yeah.
For no other reason than like I was just playing. I have a Les Paul back here that's a little heavy, so I don't play that out a lot. I say a little heavy. It's pretty heavy. And like certain
heavier
guitars,
than an Ibanez.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mine's way heavy. My Ibanez is like a
Corvette. God, I had an Ibanez bass that was so heavy.
Really? Huh. That's odd.
I sold it to a guy in New Jersey,
and I'm sure he was thrilled to get it. He's probably still rocking it.
I hope so.
Unless he bought it for collecting, then it's probably still in its case.
I doubt it. It wasn't that great.
All right. So what's our topic? Well, you said protest songs.
Protest songs, yeah.
Now
that I got my vinyl rant and music.
Yeah, you really did. You really ran it. That was a good rant.
There was a dude that I loved that came into BIM that would always buy 2. And I'm like, what are you doing this for? Oh, I don't open one. I'm like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that unopened type stuff. I mean, I will save like If I have them, I'll save hang tags. I typically don't buy brand new guitars anyhow,
Right.
because I just like the feel of something that's been played a little bit and dinged up, and I don't have like my Les Paul's weather checked, and my 335 had a headstock break on it. You know, they're working guitars. They're of value and they keep climbing in value. I mean, the collection right now is sitting pretty, I think, but I nothing, And I also didn't like finish the gig and wipe my shit down. I played with a guy who would wipe his, no matter how, and God bless him, no matter how loaded he got. And back then we got really drunk. He'd still wipe his guitar down at the end of the night. I left mine outside a bar one time.
I DJ'd for probably since I was 17 till I was probably close to 50. And I would never like wipe down my cables, my board, none of that shit.
Yeah, I don't do that either. I don't have time for that. I want to get home when it's all over. All right, so let's dive into the protest songs. I have a list. You said you just have kind of a massive list, but what's the first thing that popped up to you?
Well, my very first one on my list is War Pigs.
That's a great song. God damn, that's a great song. And
there's some lazy writing in it too.
Well, oh, yeah, dude.
Masses and masses.
There's a whole clip.
I mean, it's got two different meanings, but you'd think he could have come up with another word.
There's a clip from Paris, maybe 69. I don't remember what year it was. 69, 70. I don't remember, but it's Sabbath playing War Pigs, and Ozzy doesn't have lyrics yet. So he's freestyling lyrics, and they're totally different than what he ended up with.
Do you like any of the covers of it?
Priest is doing one. Priest has one. That's good. Yep.
Faith No More.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They did it on a record.
Yes, they did. They did it on the big record, the real thing. Yeah, the real thing. Yeah. Yeah, I like some covers of it. It's pretty.
Alex Skolnick does it. Jazzy.
Oh, that I've heard that. There's a local guy here who has started up a folk acoustic version of it.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I like it. Quinn and my son and I play it because he knows it all on drums, and that's fun for him. It's one of those songs, one of the first songs he really worked out in that genre. I don't know, man. It's so perfect the way it is. It's hard to, what are you going to do? Improve upon it? It's great. Yeah. It's great. It's dark. The whole intro bit, the hardest part, like for me, is like when you play the song is counting.
Oh,
there's an open hi-hat and then it comes in and blah blah blah, but it's a great tune, and it's
just that vocal start, generals gathered in.
He's a great singer, man. Oh. He was a great singer, and that was his, and he was cool. And
I heard Jack talking about they're making it like a movie or a biopic of Ozzy.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen the Springsteen one. I probably won't.
No,
I don't know. I don't need.
But they're talking. I know Ozzy approved of it because I read somewhere that he's like, yeah, I'm not going to be alive to see it. But
yeah,
it's
the guy deserves. The guy deserves. His props and everything. I mean, that's a dude with everything stacked against him. Both like financially, he's a poor kid. Yeah. He's dyslexic of all things. Like nobody's undiagnosed dyslexic. He's been bullied. He's your classic underdog kid, man.
Yeah.
Low self-esteem. I mean, Sharon would talk about just how low his self-esteem was, so low that he became the clown.
I think he was Birmingham, where he's from, was like really ravaged during the war, and it was like just a working man's town.
Dude, they still had. I mean, you figure he grew up. He probably grew up in an era of, everything around him they were still rebuilding after World War II. He said that that's what it was like. It was real industrial.
Yep.
And that classic Ozzy, one of my favorite Ozzy lines is him talking about like, what the fuck are they talking about? If you're going to San Francisco, put a flower in your hair. He's like, I'm in Birmingham, England, man. And it's dark and industrial.
It's Barry Maguire days here. There's another one, Eve of Destruction.
I have it on my list, so thanks for stealing that from me. I'm going to go to my first one, which is Eve of Destruction by Barry Maguire. I played that song. I've played it for a long time.
When I was in college, I took a class called The History of Rock and Roll. That was one of the first songs. That and Link Ray were the first two songs he talked about.
Oh, wow.
Rumble
Rumble
and
and Eve of Destruction.
yep.
I have somewhere, I think it's in the closet upstairs. I have a compilation, some sort of like free speech compilation or something. I'll have to find it. My
I
buddy,
know you've said on a past show that you have
there's a
like a
cover of it.
family you have like a family protest songs thing on your Amazon
This.
playlist. I mean, yeah.
Yes, yes. This Eve of Destruction, though, there's a cover of it on this album, and I gotta find it because
Oh,
it's really good. It's really super good. And I mean, that's a great song too. There's some you know, hate your next door neighbor, but don't forget to say grace, that kind of shit, you know.
yeah,
I mean, it's pretty scathing. It's pretty scathing. And it's what we I mean, it's still the funny thing is about those songs, like Eve of Destruction, like War Pigs, like goddamn, you would think in the history of mankind, we'd be to the point we'd be so evolved that you'd go, what were these guys singing about? Like, what was wrong? What was going on? But
yeah,
it literally sounds like today, you know,
yeah.
like Eve of Destruction. So you're in the 60s saying we're on an eve of destruction, and here we are 2026 on an eve of destruction. Do
With
you learn
multiple wars going on, and
right? Do
yeah,
you learn nothing? It's
I know.
so it's embarrassing. And you would think at some point, like mankind would almost be like, God, this is embarrassing. It's getting embarrassing. We
Yeah,
can't handle anything without killing. Come on. I mean, that should be the simplest thing, really.
I I guarantee when aliens fly by Earth, you hear the door lock noise
Yeah,
on their
exactly.
spaceship.
It's exactly. Lock them up. Roll them up.
Roll them up.
We're going by Earth. Roll them. Look, kids. Are you looking at the blight? All right. What do you got next?
From well, a lot of these that I have are like metal bands that write them. Testament had a song on "Practice What You Preach" called "Greenhouse Effect"
Okay.
about
Uh,
ruining the environment.
yeah. As this show, listeners of this show are aware, I'm not a Testament guy. Not that I don't like Testament or didn't like Testament, because I like to practice what you preach, but not my main ride. So, although I know they're pretty, I mean, they're Testament's the band that's always on the bill. If there's like the big four are playing, Testament
Yeah,
gets on there. Like they were right there. Exodus, Testament. There's a couple other bands that were right, you know,
Flots. Yep.
that click below the big four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metal bands are pretty good for some, you know, who's good for that kind of shit is Dave Mustaine is really good for some protest music.
Oh
He's a
God,
very
yeah.
political writer. Metallica as well. I mean,
I mean, the whole Rust in Peace album is political.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Hangar 18. Is it Hangar 18 on that? Yes.
Hangar 18's on there.
That's a
Yeah.
great song. Okay. My next pick is you think of protest and you think big, right? You think of societal stuff and global stuff, but sometimes you got to write your protest jam about something that's happening to you.
Right.
And that's when my boys in Leonard Skinner wrote "Working for MCA,"
Yes.
which is a great tune.
Great song.
Great tune. A great, you know, a rundown of what the music business is like. And I can imagine in the stories I've heard and the things I've seen and whatever, I don't think negotiating with Ronnie Van Zant was a ton of fun. I think he was a pretty tough dude, man.
Remember the Stones story with Skinnerd?
I've heard it, but refresh me.
Well, before they were opening for Skinnerd somewhere back in the I don't know 80s.
The
probably.
Stones were opening for Skinner or vice versa?
No, Skinnerd was opening for the Stones, and
okay.
They sent, I believe, Ron Wood to talk. No, who's the bass player? Yeah,
Bill Wyman.
Bill Wyman. They sent Bill to talk to the Stones or to Skinnerd, if I remember right, about not going out on the ego ramp.
Oh, Ronnie would walk right out on that shit.
They did, and they wore T-shirts that said like "fuck the Rolling Stones" or something like that on stage. The whole band.
Yeah, that checks out.
I mean, I would too. That's fantastic. I love the Stones, but really,
well, and the thing is too that if you're gonna, I mean, the Stones, you know, the Stones are art school English kids, you know. Leonard Skinner, those are Southern I mean,
Yeah. Well, they
yeah,
set Bill, I think, because he was the polite,
yeah,
the gentleman who
yeah.
dressed different than he didn't dress
Well,
like the other guys.
well,
And
and they're liable. I mean, you send Keith Richards back there, liable to get his ass kicked, man. I mean,
yeah,
those guys, especially drinking, like a drinking Ronnie Van Zant was not afraid to throw hands with his own band. He's certainly not going to be concerned about
he's not
fighting
going to
you.
take, kindly to some Englishmen
Yeah.
coming and telling him not to go on his ego ramp.
Yeah. So working for MCA is just, that's when and it happens. It's not as common now. It was common back then when there was a huge record industry. But it was, these guys were getting raped left and right. And
Well, remember in the 90s or yeah, probably the 90s, early 2000s, Hank 3 had the fuck curb records thing
yeah,
on the
they
back of his shirts.
they uh they just, I think, Skinner saw it. Certainly Tom Petty had, he fought it. I mean, these guys were, to this day, there's still like contracts that exist where people are living, great artists can barely make a living because I think Dee Snider said it from Twisted Sister, said, when you're drowning and someone throws you a life raft, you
Yeah.
grab that fucker with both hands. And that's
Well,
what these contracts are, right?
I just saw a story about Roddy Bottom from, it was on The Hustle. Roddy
Oh,
Bottom
from
from
Faith No
Faith No
More?
More was on The Hustle recently, and he said his first year in Faith No More, he made like $12,000. It was more
Yeah.
money than he'd ever seen in his life. And he was
12.
going back out on tour, and his boyfriend invested it in Apple.
Genius, man. Oh my God, that's genius. Wow. Wow.
So he's a multi-millionaire just
Yeah.
because he let his boyfriend talk him into investing
Genius,
it
man.
in.
Well, that's the thing too, is like,
That's insane, man.
is just it's a racket, dude. And the racket is that, we're gonna like working for MCAs and we're gonna give you lots of money,
Well, I'm
right?
reading Stevie Nicks' book right now, and
Uh-huh.
they talk about all how the stuff they get offered.
Well, and the shit of it
And
is it's not money. It's not free money. A record deal is not free money. It's not they don't give you money. They give you your money. They give you money you're going to earn for them. So it's
yes,
coming out of your money. No
yeah,
one's giving you shit. And that's the thing that bothers me. You talk about getting bitter. I mean, I just saw it again. Like some artists, independent artists, and I won't name names, but they're making another album and it's a whole Kickstarter for fucking $20,000. They just had one. They just did a Kickstarter for another album. And then I see these kids out, their parents have bought them a touring van. They're talking about their clothes, like, hey man, I'm buying these outfits and all this shit. It's like, oh my God, dude. I couldn't afford to, we had two guitars and everything in a minivan because
yeah,
you simply couldn't afford to drive a full-size van on gas. We'd
yeah,
pile into a minivan. It's just, so yeah, you're not making, they're not giving you free money with your record deal. What they're doing is ultimately, in the old record
loaning you
business,
your own money.
loaning you, it's called recoupable. And the other thing is, back then, these were business people. They saw dollar signs and then went, I want one of those. That's why you have the Beatles and Herman's Hermits and all these kind of,
Yeah,
they would see the thing that worked and you'd get, oh my God, this new Quiet Riot band went number one, 1983. Let's get a bunch of Quiet Riots,
and they did.
and they did. All right. What do you got next?
What else is on my list? I guarantee this is on your list. Fortunate Son.
It is not.
Oh,
It is not. I love that song. Everybody on the planet knows Creedence Clearwater Revival is probably one of my all-time favorite bands. It's not on my list. I love it. It's such a great song because it's so accessible for early musicians.
yeah,
There's a handful of songs. I can make a list of those songs. Living After Midnight by Judas Priest,
yep,
Born to Be Wild, et cetera, et cetera. All great songs. My son just joined a band and they play a bunch of standards, right?
nice.
And I'm like, dude, he's like, well, I wish it were. And of course, he's like, I wish it were like Fountains of Wayne and blah blah. I'm like, you're not gonna find that band, dude. You might find a
No,
band to do Stacy's Mom, but they ain't doing the shit you want to do.
yeah, they're not
Um,
doing
yeah,
traffic and weather.
yeah, exactly. And but the thing with Fortunate Son is it's one of those songs that myself included, it probably pops up every gig. Not acoustic gigs, but electric gigs. And then I hear it again, and I'm like, God, it's an awesome song.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
there's so many
Especially,
that are like that.
oh yeah, yeah. I
That's a
just
Vietnam one, right? Because
yes.
that's their era. So
Have you ever seen that? There's a clip of Family Guy where Quagmire is talking about Vietnam. He was in Vietnam.
was he
Um,
he was a helicopter pilot or something? Because I know he's a
yeah,
pilot, but
yeah. So Quagmire's talking about the thing he's talking about. They're at the Clam, sitting there drinking, and he's recounting these tales, and he's finally talking about Nam with the guys. He's like, the thing I can never get over. He's like, is Fortunate Son. And then it's like flashback. He's in a chopper. It's playing. He's on the ground. It's playing. It's playing. He's anytime I was in a helicopter or a riverboat or whatever. It's like that's true. But it's still a great song, and it's one of the all-time great. I mean, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. I love John Fogerty. I love that song. Uh
I read the CCR book a month or two ago.
how was that?
It was good. I wouldn't want to be in a band with John Fogerty.
No,
He
no.
was an
I
asshole.
shit. I don't want to. Most people don't want to be in a band with John Merchant, so I can imagine what John Fogerty.
He was an asshole.
I suppose you were, but and I don't know this because I've never
The
had
thing
this
that makes
experience.
me say that is he would refuse to do encores,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
I
hey,
think are stupid anyway. Play your fucking set and go home. But to be restricted to this hour or hour and a half that he had a hard line. We're doing this 45 minutes and they would be out. That's
dude,
just
I
that's just
trust me.
ridiculous to me.
I
Come
have
on.
been. I'm a people pleaser, and I want people. I want to give people what they want. So I'm an encore guy. I'm a two more song guy. I'm that guy. I have played in bands. Some will remain nameless. One will remain nameless. But I would like if I was like, yeah, man, let's give them one more. Sometimes it wasn't going to happen. And I've had fights with guys because I'm the guy who just went fuck it and started something and they had to fall in.
The rest of the
Um,
band would say it too, like, dude, the crowd is screaming for us. Let's
yeah,
go
I
do
don't.
another one.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
I
It's
never understood that. Other than I mean, I could get carried away with it too. I mean,
I like the Blink 182 approach. We're just gonna play our set and we're gonna leave. We're not gonna do an encore.
yeah. Well, and that's the funny thing is when it's the encore is always the hit too. That's always funny. Like oh, I saw Rat and they're not gonna. I guess they're not playing Round and Round tonight,
Yeah,
right?
like Mellencamp's going out on a greatest hits tour this
It's
summer
about
or
time.
this year.
That
And
cranky bastard. It's about time.
oh, I listened to him on Joe Rogan the other day and he talked about it.
It's
About
time.
he would do it to piss people off. He would just not do any hits on purpose at
Yeah.
shows.
He quit singing Pink Houses. He'd get some or Hurt So Good.
Jack and Diane hurt so good. He
He
hasn't
would
said he
get
hasn't played it in 20 years.
yeah, he would get someone. I remember at a Farm Aid, he just got a guy up from the audience to sing it. He wouldn't sing it.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I
He's
don't
him
I don't
and I have
understand.
something in common at least he doesn't give a fuck about
He
what people think of him
no
about and I don't either. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, but come on, that's somewhat horse shit too. Come on. Every John Mellencamp.
If people don't like this show, I don't give a fuck. Your
Oh,
loss.
I don't know about all that. I mean,
Your
as a guy
loss.
who wants people to be happy and like him, I guess maybe I have it more than a lot of people do. Like I have a bigger problem with it,
Yeah, I don't care.
but I still bullshit.
People don't like bands I like. I don't
Then,
care.
but then again, why fucking do it then? If you don't give a shit if anyone likes your song, then why are you releasing it?
No,
What's the
not I'm
point?
not saying that.
No,
I'm
but
just
I'm
saying,
saying,
like,
what's the point? Then why, if you don't care if anyone likes you, John Mellencamp, right? Then why make a video? All videos do is make more people like you. And why act in it? Why not just fucking sit there? Why not go, hey, my music video is going to be me sitting on the shitter because I don't care what anyone thinks. No, and fuck, John Mellencamp's always got a fence row. After Scarecrow, there's a fence row and an older African American person in every fucking video.
Yeah.
So don't, John Mellencamp, stop it. Stop. You do want people like you. It might not be as bad as I have it.
Right.
It might
That's what
not
I'm
be,
saying. I don't care as much as you care. Like,
but you gotta care.
It doesn't.
And
somebody makes a mean comment. It's like, okay, where's your show? Let me listen to your show. What do you got?
I have that in me too. I get a lot because of my demeanor. A lot of people feel comfortable saying almost anything to me.
Well, it's very easy to say that on the internet.
Well,
right. I try not to do.
No, I don't slam anyone's work on the internet per se. There's things I don't
make fun of somebody for saying vinyls in front of me, but I'm not gonna say some of the mean shit that people say online. Dude, and I've done it, but
of course. And I mean, the other thing is where we're now in a culture where you have to, everything's too hurtful, so you have to like everything no matter what. That being said, I still say John Mellencamp. Fuck you, John Mellencamp. If you don't care what anyone thinks and you don't care about the hits, why are you going out and doing it right now?
He got talked into it by somebody.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Well, good. I hope he's not getting paid for it because he got talked into it. I'd be like, if I talk you into it, yeah. No, you got paid into it. That's different. That's different.
He is a crabby
you
son of a
got
bitch.
Paid into it. I'm going to start using that as a term, folks. You can use it too. Paid into it. Don't say I got talked into it. Say I got paid into it. He got paid into it.
I wonder what it's going to be for tickets to that. He's playing at that new amphitheater coming to GR this summer.
So. I didn't see that. I saw Pine Knob. I'm going. So
are you?
I give fuck it. I want to take my wife more than anything. I
saw him.
I've seen him 2 or 3 times.
I saw him as Pearl Doggy once.
Oh, huh. Like
at the Orbit Room.
Like a club show. Cool.
Yeah, it was like a secret tour thingy that some bands will change their name and do sometimes. Yeah. What did Def Leppard do it as? Flat Dead Bird. They went out as Flat Dead Bird and did some like club shows.
Yeah, I'll go. And it'll be an expensive night. But my wife loves John Mellencamp. He who knows, how long. And
he's still smoking. I can't believe that.
I love his hits, dude. So of course I want to hear Check It Out, and I'd like to hear Jack and Diane. And
the story behind Jack and Diane is pretty cool.
Does he talk about it on Rogan?
Yeah, where the sounds come from. It's a drum machine he borrowed from the Bee Gees.
Oh yeah. Well, you can certainly tell that, and that's the thing is that loop was going before.
Yeah, he said he did it because Kenny couldn't keep time.
Yeah,
he was like speeding up, and
he was supposed to go home. He wasn't even supposed to be there. They're going to send him home, I thought.
Oh, wow.
And get a studio guy. But he, that's it. My son just was saying 2 days ago. Anytime anyone asks him about drummers, he says Kenny Aronoff always comes up, and that song comes up. He said because a drummer made that song. He made something special in that song. And I agree.
Yeah, he said they played it, and then they were going to take the drum machine part out in the mix, and it sounded like shit. So they left it in.
No, I like it. And he got, you know what? He got paid into doing it anyhow, so we can kiss my ass. Moving on. Let's see here. I'm going to lump a couple of my hip hop is a great place for protest. And I didn't know it. I mean, I didn't know certain things happened in the world.
You're thinking of. I know one you're thinking of.
So my first one, I'm going to put these two together. 911 is a joke.
Yep.
When that song came out, I didn't get it. I was like, "What?" Hi,
Duran. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, what does that mean? I didn't know that if you lived in South Central LA and you had a medical emergency, they may or may not come. Like it
wasn't a priority.
It was not a priority.
Nope.
So that was heavy to hear. As heavy as it was. Because I'm going to say this right now.
Still going on right now.
I'm going to say right now, that shit still happens.
Yep.
I want to say this, and I don't talk about shit like politics or anything because that's not my ride, and I'm not super smart. I'm kind of a dumb Midwestern, Camaro rock dude. But like I support law enforcement. I think good cops are vital to society. I think good cops are have done so much good for our world, and we have tasked them with the shit we don't want to do. Like, I don't want to bust it. If a dude's got a gun, I don't want to bust into the building. That's why I've selected you to do that. You have taken that on.
Yeah.
That being said, bad cops are the scourge of our society. And when I heard "fuck the police," I was like, what? Like, you can't say that, because I grew up in a culture of respecting law enforcement, right? And
Yeah.
thinking, I grew up like that. I didn't know that there was a whole segment of society who grew up the exact opposite, who never trusted law enforcement. And I'm like, well, what parent would teach that? Well, sometimes it wasn't taught. It was modeled by bad law enforcement in your community,
Yeah.
which would be like me going, you know, I don't know. I got to think of something, if I had a song called "Fuck the Buffet," it's because I've had some pretty bad buffet experiences, but it's because the buffets in my area weren't kept up well, stocked, et cetera, right? It's
Yeah.
the same thing here. It's
Like
just,
in the old country buffet days.
it's just, I saw some Michigan t-shirt thing that had, one of the t-shirts they had was the Sweden House.
Oh,
And,
the Sweden House.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right there. That's so good. But yeah, so 911 is a joke by Public Enemy, which is
Yep.
very poignant, which is usually Flav is comic relief in that band, but that's him. That's Flavor Flav's song. He's singing it.
And I was
You
just
don't.
kidding about the Def Leppard cover or the Duran Duran cover. It's horrible.
There's a Duran Duran cover for real.
911 is a joke. Yeah, it's on
Oh,
their covers album.
yeah, I'm not into that. I'm gonna
But they
pass on that.
do the Crystal Ship by the Doors on there, and that's
Oh
kick
yeah,
ass.
I love Duran Duran. I'm gonna probably pass on
It
Duran
is
Duran's 911.
bad. I just read John Taylor's book too last week, and I highly recommend if you're a Duranie, that
I
book
am,
is fantastic.
and he's my favorant member. All
And
right.
you'd love him because he's as self-deprecating as you are.
Oh,
Maybe worse.
oh, oh, I don't know about that.
He might be worse. He's
Well,
very
yeah,
hard on himself in that
he's
book.
badass. I mean,
I know, and
he
he's
is
so hard
fucking
on
great.
himself in that
Yeah,
book, and he's
yeah,
very, very kind to his bandmates,
yeah. He's a phenomenal player.
and he talks about neurotic outsiders, which is kick
Oh
ass.
yeah, with him and Duff. Yeah. All
Duff
right,
and John and Andy and Steve Jones.
what do you got next?
I have one I have a couple that are not war or anything related.
Okay.
And one is called The Pill by Loretta Lynn.
Oh yeah, sure, sure. I know that song.
I think Shel Silverstein might have wrote it. I'm not positive on that.
That's a great song.
He wrote a lot of stuff that she did, but and the other one is Fight for Your Right to Party, man.
Oh man, which again, so on Fridays I have the kids in my class. The last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they pull up on Spotify a classic rock playlist, and they just play songs, and then I tell them to stop when I know them. So it'll be like, Brenna,
Okay.
stop. Well, yes, Friday. I heard that, yeah, and I'm like, stop. And I'm like, Fight for Your Right to Party, Beastie Boys. And this kid was like, holy shit, Mr. Merchant. Like, yeah, that's some good protest, right there. And
Did
you know
tell
what?
him how you traded
I
Beastie
traded
Boys for Guns N' Roses?
I traded Appetite for Destruction for Beasties. Crazy.
That was that album, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it sure was. And the other thing I can tell you about my copy of License to Ill on cassette, the little window where you could see the tape, that little square in the middle, it had like a little piece of clear, like whatever, a little window there. Mine was gone on my copy of that. Yeah, it was gone. So moving on, I'm going to start, in the interest of time, just start throwing some things together, because some of them are pretty. I mean, everybody knows these are going to be on your protest list. Always, I think Buffalo Springfield, for what it's worth, is going to be on there. That's always a good one for sure. Street Fighting Man by the Stones.
Oh yeah.
Which is, that song still pumps me up. I still think that's a badass song. And it's why the Street Fighting Man is why we always see the Beatles as the poofy, poppy, lovable, lighthearted, and the Stones were the dirty, gritty. And in the world, those are opposite. The Stones were the art school kids.
That's why that argument is dumb, Beatles Stones, because it's two totally different worlds.
Well, and that's exactly right. And the Stones get to be the gritty, dirty rock band, and the Beatles get to be the lovable, impish pop
Yeah.
band. But the Beatles came up way harder than the Stones, way harder. Stones
They
are
got
art
a
school kids,
they got songs about holding your hand, and the
right?
Stones got songs about slavery.
But then again, we went. I mean, the Beatles became quite revolutionary. I mean, certainly revolution. There's all sorts of scathing. Even something like Dr. Robert, is kind of in protest of that whole, he's a new when that kind of came. I think they'd met with the Maharishi too, and they were starting to see like, hey man, this isn't all based in spiritual shit, right? Like some of these people are out for themselves or out to get close to famous people or out to,
Yeah.
influence ladies, whatever it might be. So oh yeah, so for what it's worth in Street Fighting Man, I'd put those two together, Stones and Buffalo Springfield. Of course, Buffalo Springfield's better because it's got Neil Young. So there you have it.
Oh yeah.
What do you got next?
Let's a couple reggae ones. We have the Get Up Stand Up by Bob Marley and the Wailers,
Get up,
and
stand up.
Legalize It by Peter
Peter
Tosh,
Tosh.
former Peter McIntosh, former Bob Marley band member.
Um, that Legalize it's great because that's how long this whole marijuana struggle's been happening. I mean,
Dude,
it's
I
been
have a song from the late 20s or early 30s by Trixie Smith
uh-huh.
called Jack I'm Mellow.
Okay.
All about weed.
Well, I have a whole album of jazz songs about it.
It might be on there.
It's called literally called Reefer Songs. Jazz song. Mine's 30s and 40s, I think.
Yeah, it might be on there. Sydney Bichette, I think, plays with her. She sings and maybe plays piano, but I think Sydney Bichette did that song with her too. So
but
it was the theme song for the show on Netflix with Kathy Bates about weed. Did you see
oh,
that show?
I didn't. It wasn't the one where she had a dispensary.
Yes.
Yeah. What
I
was
can't
that
remember what
show
it was
called?
called,
I
but
can't remember either.
it was the theme song for that show, the song by Trixie Smith.
It seems stupid to me that we've wasted so much time and energy on the plant. It really does. And
Oh
Peter
my
Tosh
God.
legalized it. He's actually talking about the benefits of the plant.
And there's idiots in government that still think it's like reefer madness type of
I
thing.
don't understand it. I
It's
never have. I never have. I don't get it. I
just
will say,
absolute morons.
I tell kids this a lot. Like, I don't advocate for kids using marijuana any more than I do
Absolutely
to
not.
have kids use alcohol. But I tell them, like, there's a lot of kids, modern kids, who are marijuana kids. And I'm like, dude, do you know anything about it? You don't know what a struggle looked like. And I say struggle, but my mom, man, was dying of cancer and cannabis would have benefited her. And she had been so indoctrinated her whole
She
life that
wouldn't touch
she
it.
couldn't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, there's a little marijuana rant for everybody. Enjoy that. Smoke up, friends.
Smoke it
Um,
up.
you ever hear the Dandy Warhol song "Smoke It"? That's a badass song.
Probably.
It's a great song. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to go to this one should always be. This is old timey protest. This is one of the architects of this. Is "This Land Is Your Land" by Woody
Oh
Guthrie.
yeah, man.
I mean that's true. It's true. Like I don't understand why society, us people, we just haven't woken up and been like, God, they're trying to screw us all. There's more of us than there are them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not gonna be the same on everything, but there's some basic human shit that should be pretty common. Let's work toward that. We'll keep our own sides of the street clean, and then we'll keep moving forward. But we never do. Yeah.
Remember the. We're gonna sound like old guys here, but I don't give a shit. I liked it when voting and that was private.
The shit was private, dude.
You pulled a
Private.
curtain, man. You pulled a freaking curtain when you went in. Now you sit at a table with no
Well,
curtains sometimes,
and now it's just it's
and
because
you gotta say I'm this or that.
yeah, I ain't saying shit,
Piss off.
and I'm not telling
I'm
anybody.
voting for who's best, not
Well,
Republican,
no,
Democrat.
no, no, no,
It's
no.
who's best. I mean, don't you can't. can't be hardline to a party either.
Try to find somebody who's aligned with what I think is best for me. And I'm going to say this
Yeah,
too. Here's my political statement. I'm not so stupid as to think any of them understand my day to day.
exactly.
If you've been
Ask,
raised in that, and
yeah. Ask
you know,
one of those guys what a fucking gallon of milk costs in
or
Washington.
anything, just what it's like to, I'll tell you what, I had to rush today to get through this. We're going to work through this so I can go put on my shit and snow blow and shovel. You know what? If you've done that,
Yeah.
tell me you've shoveled. Have you shoveled a driveway? Probably not.
No. Have you
You're
paid a doctor bill? Nope.
right. No. Or had to make a decision like, yeah, man, I could probably get these stitches out myself.
Or
Yeah.
I can't afford this prescription this month.
Right. Right.
You
I know.
they've never
That's
had to do that shit. So
but
don't
none of
tell
them
me
have.
you understand.
That's not a party thing. That's none of them. And that's just what blows my mind is like, God dang, you're acting like they're somehow fighting for your cause, but they don't even know what your cause is.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit how much eggs are? People who buy eggs.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Anyhow,
We're going
this
to talk
land is
about money protest songs. There's a song called God Money by Nevermore.
okay.
That's great. There's the one I put on our Facebook with John Prine. Your flag decal won't get you into heaven.
That's my father-in-law's favorite song, man. Rest in peace, Dave Hollinger. That was his jam, man.
I didn't ever knew he was a Prine guy. That's
yeah,
awesome.
Oh, big time. Big
awesome.
Time. Big time. Yep.
I love John Prine.
Yep.
And that song is, just because you put a flag decal on your car, have an American flag thing hanging on your window.
Right.
That
You're not somehow super American. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And that's the thing is you're not somehow super American.
You want to be an American idiot.
Yeah, no shit. Moving on. Here's a great one. Two of them from the same band. I have The Southern Thing and Ronnie and Neil by the Drive-By Truckers.
What's Ronnie and Neil about?
Well, it's about the Southern culture of how the South was seen, right?
I'd have to listen to
Four little black girls killed.
That
blows
one.
up in Birmingham. Four little black girls killed for no goddamn good reason. A stain on the good name.
That's
Blood
from the
stains.
Double album, right?
Yeah, that's from Southern Rock Opera.
God,
both
that's
are
a great record.
Both are. And that whole album is kind of a protest album in the sense of how the South is viewed, both by Southerners,
right,
and by others. And from the outside, of course, even like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers would talk about the Southern thing about, they get out to LA and Petty would talk about how slow they talked, like, and that Petty and the band, they talked slow. Everybody thought they were super high, but that's a Southern thing. And I didn't know that existed really until Dutch Henry toured and we were in New York City and we were going to go for a walk. And we had like time to go for a walk. And the four of us went for a walk, and the way people were walking by us I suddenly realized that we were all from pretty small towns.
So you guys were just walking too slow for them.
Jesus Christ, dude. People were going crazy. Like, it was like the video for Bittersweet Symphony or something. People were just, because we moved slower because the pace of the places we're from was slower,
Well, and you've not seen some of that stuff, so you're taking it in.
Right.
They see it every day, so they don't give a shit. But.
Right. But I definitely felt that that's why people will say to you, oh, so you're from out of town, because they can see it. They know. Right. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
You got to get a shirt like, what about Bob? Don't hassle me. I'm local.
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you what, I live in a very small town right now. In the winter, it is a small ass town, and it's snowed in the summer. Then I live in New York City. I mean,
that's true.
Fucking insane. So what do you got? I'm trying to think of what
Balls to the wall, except.
Oh yeah. One day the tortured stand up.
Oh, dude.
It's one of my favorite songs to play. It's one of my favorite songs to play. I love playing it. I love when the guys start the riff. Because
you guys played in hairband?
Yeah. Because at our gigs, the fun thing is, I mean, we're playing poofy hairband music, but yet we do still play like, some metal.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it's nice because the dudes get excited. The dudes are excited, and it's a great song, and it's scathing, even the spoken part,
There's
yep. Let's
There's a
stand
really
up all over
sad
the world.
one. There's a really sad one that I think is maybe public domain, but the Pogues do an awesome job. It's called and the band played Waltzing Matilda. It's about an Australian guy who gets messed up during the war.
Ooh, I'm
It'll
in.
make you cry. One of
I
my
like
I'm
it.
just looking at a Rise Against poster right in front of me. They have one called Hero of War.
Okay.
I challenge you to listen to that song and not cry.
All right, I'm in.
That song. I skip it now because I don't want to cry at work or something.
All right.
It's there's a lot of Desert Storm ones too. Like I know it's too heavy and scary for you, but Lamb of God had a song called Ashes of the Wake.
You know what? You know what? Let me just tell you something about Lamb of God. They're smart ass. I actually like Lamb of God, and I actually watched the entire documentary about Randy Blythe's situation over in
Oh
Czechoslovakia.
God, that was crazy.
And yeah, so I am a Lamb of God fan, and I like
Nice.
Randy a lot too.
Yeah,
Um,
those
I
guys
mean,
rock.
I'm gonna go snowblow. I'm not gonna listen to that shit in my ears, but
No,
but I
you'll
like.
probably listen to Rich Man's War by Steve Earle.
I will listen to what have I've been listening to Hardworking Americans a lot, which is
Okay.
a protest band, really.
Yeah.
Um, so
One of
my
my a newer band, American Aquarium has a song called The World's on Fire. That's pretty
accurate. That sounds
accurate
pretty
right
accurate.
now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to one of the greatest protest bands of all time. These guys were if it was Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie, and that early protest stuff. Um, I'm gonna say that these guys were the kind of the second, maybe third wave of good, solid protest music. And the song is "I'm So Bored with the USA" by The Clash,
Yep.
which is just, I mean,
I know I had one on my list. White Riot I had on my
yeah,
list.
they had so much. I mean, I'm So Bored with the USA is one of my favorite Clash tunes, always has been. And I like Janie Jones, and I like
What's that one on, you know? I'm so
no,
bored.
um, maybe I give them enough rope, but that doesn't feel right to
Okay.
me. Um,
It's not on
yeah,
Combat Rock, I don't think, because that
no,
was
nope,
okay.
it's earlier than that. Anyhow, it's a great song. There's great vocal harmonies. There's great, and it's just, I mean, it is that Joe Strummer was fed up with that kind of Joe. If Joe Strummer were alive today, he would be very active and very angry, I think. At the
When did
state
he
of,
pass?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, somewhat recent times,
Yeah, I thought so
somewhat.
because he was friends with Ike Riley, the musician I like from
Yeah. Yep.
Libertyville,
Mm-hmm.
Illinois. He's got a recording of him on a he has a song called Hip Hop Thighs,
Okay.
and he's got a recording of him at the beginning of the song saying, "Hey Ike," it's like on his answering machine.
Oh yeah.
I'm here at this bar with 100 policemen. There's guns everywhere, and you should be here drinking with me. All right, good night, baby. And just that's how the song starts.
Yeah.
It's a voicemail. It's
Huge
pretty cool.
huge Joe Strummer fan,
Oh,
and I'm So Bored with the USA is a great Clash tune. What do you got next?
I have from one of my favorite. I don't know what you call them. Like metal, not speed metal, but Sepultura has
Oh yeah.
two songs. One, Refuse Resist, and then from their masterpiece Roots, they have a song called Territory.
Oh yeah. I've
That
heard
is,
that tune.
oh, I love Max.
Yeah.
Max and well, I love Max because I was a Soulfly guy. I love them. But yeah, him and Igor, I don't know if they're talking now, but they, that split
They were pretty
sucked.
big. They were pretty big. They were pretty big, like South American band for sure.
Yeah, there was another band from that area that I saw. Um, oh God, I can't remember what they're called now. Jeff and I saw them here with Crowbar. But
Okay.
I can't remember who it was. Their very first time in America, I think. It was
Oh
like
cool.
the I think it was think of the show was Thanksgiving Day. Actually, it was weird,
Oh
or maybe
wow.
the day after, but it was at the Reptile House. It was Overdose is the name of the band.
Huh.
We saw him
Huh.
with. That's when I met Craig Neunenmacher. He came
Okay.
in. He came in to Believe in Music, or the whole band Crowbar came in to Believe in Music just because they were killing time before the
Cool.
show, and I was like, that's Kirk Weinstein, and that's Craig Neunenmacher. Holy shit. So I
Like you
went and talked to
recognize.
him because I had an in because I know his brother.
Cool, man.
His brother is Stevie Blaze.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Cool,
So I went and talked to Craig, and
cool,
yeah, that
man.
was awesome. And I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, but he's like a financial planner now.
Yeah,
He was, went from drumming for Black Label and Crowbar to
financial planning.
financial planner.
Well, the music business will teach you that. I'm gonna lump two of my favorites because he's got too many. Dylan's got too many.
Yeah,
I always like Masters of War. Still
that's
think
one.
that's a
My father-in-law had it on our Facebook. Yep.
think that's a great song. And then my other kind of my favorite Dylan tune, which kind of tackled things that again, this is Dylan writing before Public Enemy, before NWA, before all that, but it's about racism, racial profiling.
Hurricane.
Hurricane, man,
Yeah.
it's a great song.
Yep.
And I mean he continued. It's that's not an easy protest song, and that life isn't easy, man, because like you gotta first of all, I gotta feel pretty strongly about something to I think to take up that. That's why I was never a Christian rock dude. Like I'm a Christian guy. All the people in church would always go, I can't believe you're not using your gift to glorify the Lord. This is a
Yeah.
big
Yeah. I got
mistake.
that too.
That's too fucking big of a thing. Like it's too big. I'm too flawed to be in Striper, right? Especially
Yeah.
when I was drinking. I mean, nobody wants me, if you're in Striper, you can't be doing what I was doing. And or I had guys that would do both. They'd play in the nightclub and play in the church, and the people at church would be like, you're not supposed to be here, you shouldn't be doing that. But I always thought, I don't know, I just always thought that using it, going out to people, to normal people, is always, I wish politicians did that. Go
Yeah.
instead, wherever you're polling people, why don't you stop in a real fucking place?
Yeah.
5:30, 6 o'clock, go stop at the bar closest to the factory and talk to those guys. They'll tell you what's going wrong. They know.
Yep.
Anyhow,
Yep.
that's enough
Regular
of that.
guys, man.
So yeah, both those Dylan tunes are great. What do you got next?
What else do I have on here? The Twisted Sister we mentioned earlier, didn't we? We're not going to take it.
No, you didn't, but that's
No,
great too.
we mentioned Twisted Sister. Oh,
That's
it
a
was
great.
during the suicide thing that they
Yes,
came up.
yes, yeah. He was. Yeah, that's a great song. God, you.
Andrew Combs wrote his very first, I think, very first political song. Said he didn't mean to, but he just couldn't help himself. He wrote a song called Bourgeois King. And
Oh,
you could probably guess who that's about.
I'm gonna guess. Sure,
He
sure.
wrote it in 2016. So,
Mm-hmm. Well, and again,
and that I'll say this about our number 47. He does he would like to be a king. He
sure.
lights up when he's with those Saudi Arabian guys. He is just that's what he wants. That's why he likes all this people giving him trophies.
Yeah, right.
I
Right.
sent him my 1998 Asshole of the Year award from the Southland Tavern. So he can have that. He can have my darts trophies. He can have my Little League
Well,
trophies.
and again, it's to what end is all of that? And again, there's just nothing. It just doesn't make sense. It
No.
doesn't. I don't, dude. That being said, every man, yeah, going to the bar, like I said, ask those people. I don't want one of those guys going to run the show. I don't. They're kick ass at whatever job they do, or I'm okay at my gig, but I'm not equipped to run the country.
Yeah. It's too bad that the people that are equipped don't seem to want the job.
Who the fuck would?
I know.
Who would? I don't want that job, especially now, especially that it's so convoluted, especially now that you can't get accurate information about anything, especially now that
If we're gonna put celebrities in there, let's put Jon Stewart in there.
dude, if we're gonna, give me something.
At least he's sensible.
Just give me a sensible person with, a little bit of humility, a little bit of empathy,
and he's funny.
Yeah.
I respect him for fighting for the World Trade Center guys that got screwed by our government. And
I just think I don't understand how like people think, oh man, this dude has got my best interests at heart. Or all these people in Washington, they have my best bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
You're so dumb. I mean, you don't know. I'm just trying my hardest to keep things where I'm at cool, and my neighborhood cool, and the people I know
Yeah.
cool. That's good enough for
You
me.
just gotta you're not to get weird or something, but I read a lot of Ryan Holiday books, and the one thing that I've learned from Ryan Holiday or guys like other guys like that are similar to that is just it's hard, but you gotta just worry about what you can control.
Of course. And the other thing is too, dude, like I say around
It's
here in my
so hard.
hometown, like right now is a great example of it. But you know what levels us here? And you'll find this happens all the time. Someone stuck in the end of their driveway. It happens a lot.
Yep.
Someone stuck in the snow in the end of their driveway. People are coming out, right? You'll have a dude come. I do it. Quinn and I do it all the time. I'm like, dude, get your car hearts on, dude. The neighbor on the corner stuck.
Yep.
Nobody ever asked me what my political, hey, before you push my car out, dude, who are you voting for? They're
Exactly.
just glad I'm there to help push. And if we took that kind of philosophy, the I'm just glad you're here to help push, we wouldn't have to worry about this political party shit.
No.
Just make sure we're pushing in the right direction. If you come out of your house and I'm pushing the car from the front and you're pushing from the back, then we struggle.
Yeah.
All we got to do is go, hey, man, I think the snow's packed up in front of these tires. Let's push back that way. We got a clear shot. We could talk that out and do it. Nobody gives a shit who you vote for. Get me out
No.
of the end of my driveway.
No.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's my John Merchant political rant. You guys can use that.
That makes dude, that's perfect example
It's the
because
push
yeah,
me out of my
exactly.
driveway rant.
That
Nobody
is a
cares.
perfect example.
I've never been asked, dude. I've done a lot
Never.
of pushing and no one's ever went, so who'd
Hey,
you vote
before
for?
you help me, who'd you vote for?
Right. Yeah, they're just glad to get out of the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
My very last protest song on my list addressed censorship. It addressed the censorship issue that was huge. It was a true, a true issue of the world. It was a danger. It took a lot of guts to address, and it talks about things that we see today that are part of, some would say, the fall of our society. Everything from AI to to self-checkouts. Really, self-checkouts, I think about this song a lot at, because I'm now, my local grocery store has one woman working and the rest are self-checkouts, and that's because those robotos are doing the work nobody wants to. So my final song is Mr. Roboto by the band Styx from 1983's Kilroy Was Here. It's not for everyone. It's a learned person song, so a lot of people won't get it. A lot of people will hate on it because they're just not deep. They're not deep thinkers like myself and Dennis DeYoung. They don't know, and young people don't know that we almost lost rock and roll. You don't know. We almost lost rock and roll, but Styx helped save it. So if you go to listen to one of your obscure NMD rock bands, maybe you should thank Styx for the work they've done, Scott. Maybe you thank them.
I'll email Tommy Shaw later.
Well, I wouldn't bother emailing Tommy Shaw because he didn't do shit all except, write too much time on my hands about his little. Dennis DeYoung's a bigger thinker. He went deeper. He went deeper and societal. So I wouldn't expect anyone to understand. But
it's weird that the tough rock Camaro guy likes Dennis DeYoung. That's just,
dude, I know. It's truly because of my, it's first album, my first cassette I bought. First cassette I bought, man. And it was great. And I loved it. And I love it to this day. And I certainly found some allies on our Facebook page. The other thing that blew my mind.
Ray Makers, that traitor.
I know, I love him. He could be in my band too. He's in my band too. The thing that blew my mind is Shannon has a Roboto mask.
He does?
How the hell do you own a Roboto mask and not give it to Merchant for Christmas? Come on. But
yeah.
He owns one. He said like a real one. It's killer.
I'm not surprised by that.
No, I'm not either. He's that dude. I told
him.
He
also has that, what do you call it? That like dishware that glows in the dark. So, I mean, Shan's
he's a complex dude. He also is an absinthe drinker. I never had it.
Yeah.
He's
they
a
always
big fan.
have that at Bruce and Wendy's parties.
Yeah.
You've been to one of those, haven't you?
I think I went to one. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Mean, I maybe it used to be hard for me to go to these parties in Grand Rapids stuff because I drank so much. It'd be hard for me to get home.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big stay at someone's house, dude.
I don't care for that either.
But now, especially in that state, like waking up on your couch and being like, oh shit,
worst.
Sorry, Sorry, puked on your, throw pillow.
Yeah.
But yeah, my last pick, Mr. Roboto. So you got anything else here?
My last one is from a soul guy, Marvin Gaye,
Nah.
one of the finest. I think it's one of the albums that people were telling Captain America he had to check out when he came back, and it's What's Going On, man.
Ah, man. Yeah, there's a
Great
great question.
album, great song.
There's a great question for you, dude. What's
Yeah.
going on? Yeah.
What's going on?
Amen. Well, all I'm telling you folks is, again, remember when you're about to, as Barry Maguire would say, as you're about to hate your next door neighbor, remember that's the dude who's going to come out and get you out of the end of the driveway.
Yeah. Roger
So
Klein has a line in a song. I don't remember the song right now. I'm sure one of our listeners knows it, but the lyric is an eye for an eye, make the whole world blind.
yeah, right. Right.
But
Yeah, man.
and you hear this bullshit in the media about that's why, I try not to listen to the news and shit because they talk about how bad it is. I go to the store around here, everybody's nice to each other. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
They
there's
want
some,
us to hate each other.
well, and there's some
And you
people in
can't
my
you can't just
town.
you can't give
Yeah.
into that shit.
Yeah, there's some people in my town who are very starchly politically polarized, right? But again, they're not going to give a shit if they're stuck in their driveway.
No.
They're not going to care. They just need to get out of the driveway, or we just need to. It happens. Small
Turn
town
off
America.
the news and turn on some music, man.
Yeah, exactly right, man. Because it's just not like that. And yep, we disagree on a lot of stuff. And yep, there's some bad shit going down without question. But the fact is, dude, once we realize, of course I'm not sure, like I get conspiracy minded a lot, but like I'm not sure that some power that be didn't go, God dang, man, like these guys, they get together and we're screwed. If these normal people get together, we're not going to stand a chance. This Facebook will help, and let's start inserting things that spark these disagreements and make sure we highlight it. And then let's make sure it's so polarizing that if we can get them willing to kill each other, then we're set.
Yeah.
Then we're set. They'll kill themselves. We'll count our money and everything will be good. And that's just not going to work for me. And that's why I'm not a super political guy. I'm just a human being guy. I can't judge anybody. I'm a drunk. I'm a piece of shit, dude. I've been a piece of shit. So I'm not judging anybody. I can't judge them, but I can say if I'm stuck at the end of my driveway and you push me out, we're cool.
Yep.
We're cool. I mean, the bigger issues we're going to be opposed at, and I'm going to have to stand up for what I was taught and what I believe and what I think is good for my family. But I'm never going to hurt somebody over that. That's not what I'm about. I keep to myself. I make sure the ranch here is taken care of. We have our little plot of land here in town and we try to take care of it. And I'll go clear my driveway and then I clear the sidewalk. Even though the person on the corner I fully know is opposed to me politically, I do the sidewalk, and on Christmas, that person leaves a little basket on my porch with some sweets and a gift card, and it says, thanks for clearing the sidewalks. Nice. It doesn't say, who the fuck do you vote for? It says, no. I'm glad I don't have to clear the sidewalks because we know Merchant does it.
Yeah.
There you have it. All
That's
right.
Just like,
you can tell I got to go snowblow. You can tell I got to go snowblow. That's all I can think about right now.
You need to put on some, what do you need to play? I don't know what you need to play.
Like I said, hardworking Americans been good. Lucinda Williams is good when I'm snowblowing. For years in our old apartment, every time I mowed, I listened to Fountains of Wayne. That was good. So who knows what today will bring? You got any parting words for us before I go suit up?
Let's just let's do what they don't want us to do. Let's be nice.
Amen, dude. Amen. Let's do what they don't want us to do. Yes. Perfect. Well put, Scott. I love you, buddy.
Love you guys.
See you, everyone.
John. Later.